We usually understand non-violence to mean non-injury. Non-injury. A non-violent act we usually consider that it is one that does not cause physical injury, no, only physical injury. But Gandhi changed the meaning of non-violence in a broader sense, mainly in the two fundamental ways. What were the fundamental ways? The first, that non-violence is refraining from causing physical harm, mental harm, and loss of livelihood. Physical harm, mental harm, and loss of livelihood. So it is having a broader sense. Not only non-violence means non-injury or only that physical harm. It means that it is the absence of refraining from physical harm, mental harm, and loss of livelihood. It is having also much broader sense that the second aspect, that causing harm does not mean that doing harm by oneself. Gandhi said that I would be guilty of violence if I helped someone in harming someone else, or I benefited from with a harmful act. Means if somebody else is doing violent act by any means, then even if I am supporting tacitly, or even if I am getting a benefit out of it, then it is also a kind of violence. That we get its reflection in the freedom movement. There were so many revolutionary parties, but Gandhi had never supported it. So it is not only refraining from this one, but it is also refraining from causing harm by any means. Miss Gandhi has opposed the views of structural violence. Mind this word, this is very important. That what is this structural violence? In this case, Gandhi's notions of violence was very much close to structural violence, violence in any form. If anybody else is also doing, it means it is the same harm. The second major change that Gandhi introduced was to give the idea of non-violence a positive meaning. It was the none, the word none is there, but Gandhi has given not. Non-violence is a positive meaning. What is the positive meaning? Very important, no? Positive meaning. In Buddhism, always there is a non word, no? Neti. But Gandhi has told that it is having a positive meaning. Not causing harm is not enough. Gandhi told Ahimsa, that is non-violence, required an element of conscious compassion. Important, note it. Conscious compassion. So for Gandhi, it requires that non-violence is a positive terminology. It is a conscious compassion. Compassion word you might have read in Buddhism, Buddhist ethics when we are reading. Then compassion. Gandhi was opposed to the passive spiritualism. Non-violence is not only the spiritualism. It should not be the passive. It should be active. So I have used some of the terminology, again try to understand that for the Gandhi, it was not only refraining from non-injury, physical non-injury, it was refraining from physical harm, refraining from mental harm, refraining from loss of livelihood. Nowadays we are finding that in land acquisition bill and all the places. If there is a loss of livelihood, it is also a kind of violence. causing harm means indirectly also. So Gandhi has opposed the views of structural violence. Write down this keyword. This is very important. For the Gandhi, it is an element of conscious compassion. Okay? So for him, non-violence means a positive and active pursuit. It is an active pursuit. No? Active pursuit. For what? Positive and active pursuit of well-being and goodness of the society as a whole. Therefore, those who practice non-violence must exercise physical and mental restraint even under the greatest provocation. You just see what Buddha has told, that you have to transform the mind. We require to transform the mind. Then only this compassion, peace will be established, mental peace. So Gandhi has told that self-restraint. So for the Gandhi, it is the self-restraint we have read earlier also. That is very important concept. So non-violence is an extremely active force. No, when it is active force, it is not a cowardice act. We heard Majburi ka naam Mahatma Gandhi. It is not cowardice. It is an active pursuit. It is the sign of a brave person. Gandhi in fact went to the extent stating that if non-violence were inadequate to defend oneself, then it would be better to resort to violence than to take refuge in passivity in the name of non-violence. Don't go in passivity. It is always active. But Gandhi told that no, winning the heart is more important. So, in the Gandhian philosophy, we find that the use of non-violence is very important aspect. Here we have what the word you have used. Again, I am revising it so that it will be clear and imprinted in your mind forever. For the Gandhi, non-violence is not a negative term. It is having a broader sense. It is not having a limited sense also, that refraining from the non-injury or physical non-injury. It is refraining from loss of livelihood also. It is causing harm indirectly also. Means I would be guilty of violence if I helped someone in harming someone else, or if I am benefited from the harmful act. That was the Gandhi's vision of non-violence. He has opposed structural violence. It is a conscious compassion, element of conscious compassion. It is an active, it is not a passivity. Self-restraint, that is very important. It is an active pursuit for. So, it is not cowardice act. It is an extremely active force that has no room for cowardice or weakness. So this is the Gandhian views on non-violence.